It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Buccaneers and the Bengals coming up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd, and they're all set as they'll match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our two quarterbacks in this one, it's really... Evan McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go!
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 76 yards. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Floating one incomplete. Say that you don't like that call on the opening drive of the game.
It's a very strong limb that you're out on right now. Okay, and look, the game between college and the NFL continues to creep closer, but that is truly a college play, not an NFL play. Because you'd snap the ball from the 3-yard line there, whether it's going for one or going for two. So it makes sense to try it that way to maybe fake it. In this case, from the 15, makes 0 sense.
And now your lead's just 6-0 instead of 7-0. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent, too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll drop to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night. That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got him bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing to start the drive. Brady eluding the pressure right. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, and the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Brandon Wilson to return it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Burrow looking to pass. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all, because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady escaping the pressure right. He's got it at the 15. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11.
Hey, man, let's play our game.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. To throw is Brady. Rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed him. So now it brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. Now the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's Burrow. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the one interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10. Now Brady. He'll buy some time right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. Last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now Brady. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And you'd think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result, because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. The return man, Wilson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Cincinnati set to take over once again. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running left, it's Mixon. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So after the INT, it's Brady. They'll roll him out right. This is caught by Evans. Touchdown! The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Ryan Succop for the point after. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10, and he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go!
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some... people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He completes it to Boyd. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. That throw by Brady incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Brady. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack.
Back to throw. Brady. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
2nd and 8.
Here's Burrow. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Devin White. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Oh, every time you come this way, I'm going to give it to you.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Bucs. And our statistician may need a vacation after this one's said and done. What a first half they had throwing the football. Over 300 yards passing already. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
11 mighty. 11.
A handoff to Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Pay attention. Pay attention.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Burrow will throw. Flush to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll set up a throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way, and he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
From the 29, Brady. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Looking to throw. Brady looking downfield for Godwin. He's got a man. Complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin, 85 yards. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Wilson now on the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes this out and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
1st down. Here's Burrow. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Back to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Let's get it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Now Burrow loses the football, and the Buccaneers have it.
That's our ball, baby. Going the other way.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Now a play fake. Brady buying time to his left. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Another completion for Tom Brady, and I just know that in his New England days, he would fight to stay out there until the end, until that clock hit zeros. But here in Tampa Bay, I just wonder if they'll want him to come out of the game and hand him the baseball cap in recognition of a job well done in this one.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Fournette. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Now it's Wilson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Here we go. Right 45. This is right 80. Right front.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. That's taken in by Higgins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Fournette.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
Brutal. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. So they get the 1st down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were